Hi, Brian McAvoy here with Inside Out Trading. I teach traders how to make their profits so predictable that they can quit their day job without fear. Now, today we're going to talk about a really critical thing. If you've been trading at all for any length of time and you're finding that man, this isn't as easy as I thought, and you're having specific difficulty, you've attended some webinars, you've looked at different strategies, maybe looked into some of the psychology of trading, and you're still having a rough time. It's still not really getting you where you want to be, where you can trade comfortably and knowingly and making consistent profits. If that's the situation you're in, check this out. This is a really important matter. See, and I want to share a real quick story for you, and I'm going to get right to it because this does pertain to you. Anyway, my first year of trading, I was all over the place. I didn't know what I was doing. I was basically teaching myself, and I didn't know what I was doing. I had Ken Roberts' book on the greatest business in the world where he talks about futures trading. But other than that, there wasn't a whole lot I had going on as far as helping me become a successful trader. And I was working with a broker. He was a good guy. He knew how to place the trades, but he didn't really know much about being a trader either. He was a broker. So here I am flying along by the seat of my pants. And I'm a fairly smart guy. I'm a degreed engineer. I'm a certified quality engineer. I've been pretty good most of my life at figuring things out and making them work. Trading was kicking my butt, though. That's wow. And here's the thing. This is not an occupation that lends itself to being figured out. That's one of the toughest things about it. And as I was going through my first year, what I didn't realize, and this is the big thing, I had all these blind spots that I wasn't aware of. It's like I was my own limitation. I didn't know what I didn't know, and I couldn't see what I couldn't see. It was these blind spots that were holding me back and sabotaging my success. And I have a feeling it might be the same thing for you. If you've been at this for a while, if you're generally a successful person, if you're normally able to when you're pursuing something, it's okay. There's some challenge to it. I got some things I got to figure out, but you usually are able to get there in a reasonable period of time. The trading it's been a different story, like it is for most people. This is usually one of the biggest contributors, is because okay, you've been looking for help and you're hearing about different strategies. You're hearing about some about psychology, and it's still tough. Again, it's because you may have learned 80 or 90% of what you need to know to be a successful trader and to trade comfortably, making consistent profits. You may have learned 80 to 90% of what you need to know, but there's still something missing. And in almost every business that I've started, almost every single one of them, I would pursue learning from different people in the industry. And I found that there were certain things that were always being left out that made it successful. And a lot of times they were doing it and they didn't even realize that was what made it successful. Real quick story to illustrate. One of the businesses that I chose to pursue back in my 20s was a coupon book business. And it was cool. It's kind of like the Gold Sea thing. And there was a guy, he actually had a course, and he teach you how to get the business to sign up, how to put the book together, how to sell it, all this kind of stuff. And he was killing, he's crushing it. And me and a bunch of other people had signed up for his course. It was several $1,000s for the course. And so there was a live event where we all went and attended, and all of us in the room, we're all talking. It's, oh, yeah, do you do everything in the book or in the course? Yeah, I did. Oh, how's it going for you? Oh, no, I'm not making any money either. And we're all looking at each other, and we're all sitting there saying, what the heck? What the guy failed to tell all of us was, oh, he had joined the local chamber of commerce, and he was selling through the chamber of commerce because everybody that was there, they were supposed to help their fellow businesses. That was something that he failed to tell us. And all the rest of us had gone through all the checklist of everything else that he taught in his course, but he didn't include that. That's just one example of, oh, okay, that was a blind spot. That was something that we were missing, that one the magic piece to the puzzle that we were missing. And that's really what makes it work. And without that missing piece, life is tough. Trading is the same way. You've probably got most of the puzzle put together, but those missing pieces are what's holding you back. It's not because you lack discipline. It's not because you lack self-control. It's not because of something your mommy said to you when you were 5 years old that traumatized you and ruined you for trading. No, we all had traumatic experiences. We were children. Lots of things were traumatic. But you've been able to overcome all the issues from outside of trading sufficiently so that you're in a position to trade. So you have the personal assets to do this. You're just missing some of the pieces of the business itself, of being a trader itself, on how to be successful at it, knowingly successful, not on luck, not on happen chance, not writing on, well, that guy, it's his magic strategy. That's why he's successful. It's a no. You're the most important part of your trading. And so it's what you've been missing in your training to be a trader. Again, that's what's making it difficult. You don't have personal issues. You don't have personal psychological issues, most likely. Hopefully, you're not crazy. The traders, we're all an anomaly anyway. We're not the normal group. But anyway, we'll presume that, yes, you are a normally functioning human being. And if you're a trader, that means you're probably above average intelligence wise and in a lot of other categories. So, personally, as a person, you're probably fine. There's just something that's been missing in your training. And there is more to this job than get a good strategy and work on your psychology so you can stick to your rules. There's more to it than that. There are skill sets that you probably have not yet acquired that make this job easy, that lets you go to the markets every day in a knowing manner. Skill sets. I had the good fortune of having been in the quality assurance field prior to trading. And when I took all the stuff that I used in the $100 million plant where I worked, and when I took all of that and I brought it to my trading and applied it there, that's when I was able to get a solid handle on it and start trading from a position of knowing, because I knew how to take a process, build out a strategy, build out a solid, highly repeatable process on it. I knew how to test it properly. I knew how to train properly for that consistent execution. And it's not just a matter of psychology. It's a matter of knowing how to train somebody. That was my job, was getting good execution, consistent execution out of 183 people across a whole range of jobs, 7 different departments. So yeah, 7 different departments, 4 different shifts, and a whole range of jobs. It was my job as a quality manager to get good, consistent execution out of everybody. And that's what I brought to trading. And that's what allowed me to turn it around. Prior to that, I was a pretty smart guy trying to figure trading out, and I was getting my head kicked in and losing money. And I wound up losing almost $50,000 because I did not focus on skilling myself up and addressing my blind spots and filling in those gaps in my training. When you fill in the gaps in your training, I expect you probably will do just fine at it. And you'll find that trading is no more difficult than your regular job that you have now, that's what happens when you skill up. Trading gets to where it's not so hard anymore. And you're not making the rookie mistakes that give away all your profits. And they're usually rookie mistakes. It's not because you have some psychological issues, you have some discipline issues or whatever. They're rookie mistakes because you just haven't gotten good at this yet. And that's okay. Again, I was in the same boat. And that was one of the things where I had to be brutally honest with myself and just say, hey, I just haven't gotten good enough at this yet. And when I focused on getting good and acquiring the skills and the understandings and the perspectives, that's when trading started getting easy. And I would love for the same thing for you. If you'd love to find out more about this, swing by InsideOutTrading.com. Book a call with me. Check out some of the free resources that I have there, but book a call with me. We'll talk about what's been going on with your trading, what's been giving you a hard time, what's been making it difficult, and how to get you on a path to, making it where it's not so hard anymore and you're actually making money and you're trading comfortably and calmly with that security that you want. So if you do want to quit your day job, you can, because now you got a handle on it and it's working. That's what let me walk out the door in July of 2005. I didn't like my boss, the new boss that I got. And I said, see you later, because my trading, I knew I could do that. I could just walk away from my job. And it was wonderful. Again, I would love the same thing for you. If this video has been helpful for you, give me a like and subscribe down below. Share this with your friends. Leave me a comment. But I really want to help you get to where trading is what you've always wanted it to be, where it's a contributor to your life. It gives you the option to, if you're not happy with what's going on right now, you can walk away from it because financially you're secure, because your trading will take care of it. I would love that for you. So again, I hope this has been helpful. We'll talk to you soon. Cheers.